Yeah, let's check this out.
Hero shooters had their moment in the limelight in the mid-2010s, when every developer and their mom thought that the genre was the next big trend in esports. Today, we know that Overwatch overcame the crowded landscape of Battleborn and Paladins to claim the title as the top hero shooter on the market, both casually.
You know, I forgot about Battleborn. I freaking love Battleborn. What I hate about those games, including Gigantic, I think Gigantic had it too, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. It's been a long time. And Paladins, if you play like ranked. Um, Once you pick a character, you can't change it when the match starts. That needs to change in MOBAs. That has to change. It's horrible. It's such a stupid thing to do. It's really stupid. I understand it. I completely get the reasoning. But it's terrible, especially for randoms. Like, that's the worst thing you could do to newbie randoms who just want to play the game and learn it while they play. And you stick them with a character that not only wasn't what they thought it was going to be, they suck at it and they hate playing it and they don't, it's just like, that has to change. They have to stop forcing you to lock into a character, especially when the game has 10 plus heroes, right? If your game has 10 plus heroes, and you have 4 to 5 people on your team max, they should be able to change their characters mid-match, man, Like, it drives me nuts. It's so stupid. DPS? Drawn in your hand. What is DPS for the cards?
And competitively. But there was a game that was not only more innovative than Overwatch and its contemporaries, had a compelling art style, and was built on gameplay that holds up remarkably well even 3 years after the game was shelved. This is the story of one of the most unique hero shooters in recent memory that was hampered almost solely by the fact that it was released a little too late.
I don't even know. It was just, why is Overwatch so popular? It's Blizzard. They can advertise. I don't know. Some of them they just get lucky, and people. Yeah. Anyways, not some shit gets lucky and everything else gets screwed. Diagonal palm shift. So it's an actual technical term for sliding the card in some certain way. That's crazy. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I remember when I first learned about Magic, when I learned a little bit, a long time ago, because I was like super into Magic. I was a kid, really into Magic, and I still love Magic, but I'm not as into it like I was when I was a kid. One of the first things that I was ever told, and by so many people that were like really into Magic stuff, is it's like mathematical. Like, it's very mathematical. And when I heard that, I was like, ew. But yeah. Avengers cars? What are you talking about? Oh wait, do you mean like the cards, like the deck of cards? Okay. Yeah. That's cool. They have really nice art and stuff. How many different pieces of art does every single card have? A different piece of art on it? I have it somewhere. I hope I have it. There is a reason I kept it for so long. I had a single deck of cards. I had seen so many decks of cards. I had a lot of cool art and different things and stuff. But most of the decks of cards I had seen, when they had art on them, like, it depended on the type of card it was. Like, I don't remember, but I had a deck of cards, playing cards, and I think they were DC comics. I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure it was like a comic book thing. And like literally every single card in the deck had a different piece of art on it. I was blown away by that. I was like, holy crap. Because they were playable. Like, you could play poker with them. You could play is it run, whatever that one is. But they were playable. Like, you could play them. They just, each card had a different piece of art on it. Badass.
This is Gigantic. Describing Gigantic is a little bit difficult. The best we can do is to say it's a 5v5 third-person hero shooter MOBA hybrid akin to Battleborn, but with more well-defined roles and more MOBA elements. Here's how the game works. Each team...
The third-person shooter MOBA, dude. Like, friggin' hell. That's so funny. What did he mention? He mentioned the game there. Battleborn. I think I mentioned that earlier. Battleborn was cool. They just gotta stop locking you into characters, man. Like, Jacks, Queens, and Kings are different Avengers, and the back design is the logos of the Avengers. A nice purple color, and each suit has a different amount of gold detail on the pips. The pips. What's a pip? That sounds really cool. It sounds beautiful. Let me see. Avengers cards. Let's see. Is this it? I don't know if it has gold. Oh, maybe. Is this it? That is it? Cool. Wasn't sure because this looked cool, but I wasn't sure if it was the right one. Alright, back over here. That's pretty cool.
Team has a Guardian, a giant snake or bird, depending on which side of the map you're on, which acts as both a payload and as a base or nexus. The Guardian is like a payload in that it can move and disrupt the map, but it's also like a base in a MOBA in that once it has been defeated, the other team wins. To attack a Guardian, a team must build up its own Guardian's attack meter to send it out to pin down the opposing Guardian. Once pinned down, allies can target the opposing Guardian.
It does sound like super convoluted and whatever.
While the other team tries to
basically, it's a MOBA with a boss. It was really cool. Like, the bosses were the best part about this game. The dudes that you summon, each team could summon a thing. And that's actually like how you ended. That's how you won. You had rounds or whatever, I think.
Points and objectives.
I think whoever killed the other team's main hero twice wins the match.
Unique, cartoonish art.
Something like that. It's like phase 1, phase 2.
Similar games.
This game was so cool, man.
And everything looks really
wrong button.
Gigantic doesn't have
You figured the move?
that look like
Nice.
a retread of other templates or genre
MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena.
The Trickster Archer is a forest warden that uses a bow and arrow laced with poison to kill enemies and heal allies. His fox and antelope-inspired model skirt around the map, popping into fights and engagements and
I
disappearing.
forgot the artwork is really nice in that game.
Sustained fights
I'm still sad that game shut down.
to keep up.
Game was freaking awesome.
Despite being a bit clunky at times. Gigantic was announced at PAX in 2014 by indie developer Motiga. The company came in with some venture capitalist support, as it was tied to developers James Finney from StarCraft and Guild Wars fame, as well as industry veterans like Chris Chung and Rick Lambright. The development team quickly burned through most of its cash in its first year, which led to a need for more funding. So,
It reminds me of what was it? A Realm Royale. Realm Royale. It's still going. You can still play it. Fortunately, because they had bots in the game. So you know if you can at least play the game. It's crazy. I don't know how or why they keep the servers up. I think they just make so much money they just don't care. That server might be tied to their other games, and that's why they're just like, yeah, it's fine. Like until they upgrade to new servers, and then that game's gonna go down probably. Different slates. Cherry control into a Cardini change. Jeez, man, the names too, right? It's got this long ass name. Like a book title. Cherry control into a Cardini change, man. Jeez. That is cool though. That's cool. Oh yeah. So Realm Royale. This is the same studio that puts out Paladins and their newest one, Rogue Company. and Rogue Company in its first beta month. It wasn't even public, like it wasn't open free to play, it was beta. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure they were talking its first beta, its first closed beta. I could be wrong, it might be open beta, but I'm pretty sure it was closed. Their first closed beta, they made more money in a single month of Rogue Company in closed beta than they made in all of Realm Royale's lifetime. I don't know how much money that was, but damn, that says a lot. Like, oh crap, man. Anyways, Realm Royale is awesome. The actress who plays Supergirl is cute. She's alright. I think, yeah, I don't know. She's alright. It's hard to... She has like 4 personalities in her show. It's great. Like, I love it. It's so... Supergirl, she has like 4 personalities. And they all blend perfectly together. It's good. It's really good. She's good. She's great. I think it's the actors too, but I also think it's the writing. Some of the rap... That show is so corny. It's so corny, but it's so good. It's funny, man. Yeah, I haven't caught up with that too. I think I'm like maybe 3 episodes behind, I think, and I still have to watch the newest Superman and Lois, which is also a good show. That Superman and Lois show is the Superman that they used in Supergirl when they put him in the show, which is pretty late into it. I think it might have been season 4. I forget. Could have been sooner. I don't remember it. You know. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, I'm telling you, man, it was hard for me to watch at first for a while because it's so overballs cheesy. Like, but it's great. It's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that way. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. And I just like, it's so hard for me to get through that stuff, but the show is good. I like it. Flash just keeps getting worse after season 3. Like when season 4 came out. And I like this. It's just gotten worse. It's gotten worse since season 4. It was really good, and it's like a mix. It's mostly bad though, with some good in it. Man, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the Flash, but it's worse. It's so much worse. Arrow was pretty good. They got crazy towards the end, but it was once I got used to what was going on, I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, I still didn't. I preferred the other way. I did not prefer the style that they did towards the end of that, but it was good though. Story wise, it was good. Some of the acting is bad though. Some of the acting is like, what the hell? Like I'm watching a daytime soap opera. Sorry, I had to say all that stuff because I would have totally forgot what I was saying. You're like took a liking. She's a great character, Supergirl. That yeah. No, it's like I said, the 4 personalities that blend perfectly because they're not really personalities. It's just modes. You know, she's got them. You know, it was really good. Because first she has to do the doppelganger thing, right? Pretend she's a reporter. That's like not a naturally blended personality, but that's a part of it, right? Like, so she's got the 2 parts, the regular human being and the Supergirl, and then in between all that is like all kinds of crap. It's a crazy show. It's really good. It reminds me of the movie Man of Steel. That was a good movie. I like that movie. I also liked Superman Returns a lot. And everybody freaking hates them. Both of them. I loved those. I thought they were really good. I really liked Superman Returns. It was simple, but it was good. Like, it was a good comeback. I thought, anyways. Alright, let's check out a little bit more of this.
So, in steps Microsoft, who funded the project on the basis that the game
I totally forgot that Microsoft bought that game.
would be Xbox compatible and be ready in the Microsoft Store with Windows 10 optimization. This delayed the game significantly, as the team had to scrap much of its UI and work within the hell that is Windows 10. But still, the team had bought itself another year and decided to postpone its release until 2015, needing to clean up gameplay and also implement some of the feedback from the closed beta period. Then, in 2016, the indie studio ran out of funding again. This led to massive layoffs as the company employed a skeleton crew to keep the game operational. But the day after the layoffs came to pass, many of those let go came back into the studio to continue to work on the title. Motiga went without funding
Oh, shit. Oh yeah, I was just talking about, I've seen a lot of really good games shut down. Sorry, thank you. Sorry, I can't lip read that good. Are you practicing? Am I helping you practice? Are you getting it down? Are you getting better? I I was just saying how, like, this game was really good. It was really good. And, so I've seen so many good games shut down. So many good games just shut down because they just weren't popular. Oh, I put arrows, but whatever is there. Let's see. 8 seasons. It might be your region or whatever, right? Like maybe they have it in NA, but they don't have it in Hi Dark Alchemy. Are you Europe? I forget. Like, you know, I'm dumb and whatever. But it might just be region wise. Like, what they do with the show is Hi Dark Alchemy. Hold on. What they do is sometimes they just take a little time to get it added to the region. What's up, Dark? Stops after season 5 and Netflix doesn't have Arrow. Oh, and in your area. Yeah, you just, I mean, you just wait. Like, eventually it will be, you know, or you could watch it somewhere, you know. Yeah, it's probably somewhere. I mean, Arrow is CW, right? Like, let me see. I forget what the CW show fucking website is. I think it's CW.com, but I don't remember the CW network. CWTV.com. I think they might have a subscription plan. I don't usually use it. I think, oh no, they require you to have cable. Like, that's right. I think that, like, they require you to connect to your cable provider's, like, account or whatever. Shit's so funny. I'm like, why would I be on your website trying to watch this shit if I had cable? Like, get out of here. Code 8. I don't know what Code 8 is. Is that a new show or an old one? Oh wait, was that on Netflix? I might have seen that. Or, well, not the show, but whatever. Oh, it is here. I recognize this guy. He was from, the actor. Oh, what was that? The Tomorrow People. I liked that show. I liked the Tomorrow People. It was cool. I wanted to see it grow. Like that and The Gifted. The Gifted was really good. I was in a city where superpower people are ostracized. It's X-Men. This X-Men. An earnest day labor considers using his outlaw's abilities for money to save his sick mother. Oh my goodness. Look in the robot police. There they are. Shit's funny, man.
Considered armed and dangerous.
Oh, it stopped right when I was unmuting it. That's funny. Wait. It's Arrow too. I didn't even notice Arrow. I've noticed this guy. Wait, or maybe that's not the same actor I was thinking of. And his younger brother or cousin. So this is new, right? So 2019, pretty new here. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. I've seen a lot of shit. Like Bright sucked. The concept was cool. That's why I thumbed it up. But it could have been and probably should have been so much better. Like it was all right, you know. Like disappointing. It was a letdown because it looked really cool and it's kind of mediocre. Eyesight headache thing you're talking about happened. Your brain and eyes detected the moon. Looked double and forced my eyes to bring both images together. I got a headache. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've had to go without my glasses sometimes before, like if I lose them or I can't remember whenever I have to go without my glasses I can't look at anything without getting a headache. But I told you my like I can't see without them. I can't see without them and this is an old prescription. Like I need a new one. I've needed one for a long time. But I still can see with them at least, you know. I see fine. I need a new one. But I can't see without them. I can't see without my glasses at all. And when you try to look at anything when you can't fucking see, it's a strain. It's a natural strain. Like if you're trying to look at anything at all, you're straining your eyes. Yeah, it sucks. The stuff they have on isn't on your yeah. Well, I mean that's the region. Yeah, that's the different area we live in and stuff.
For about a month before Perfect World Entertainment, a Chinese-owned publisher known for its free-to-play games, stepped into the fold. The new funding meant that those let go could now get paid, but with the understanding that another publisher means even higher expectations. In addition to launching on Steam, Xbox, and in the Microsoft Store, Perfect World wanted the game to release on its own marketplace. This segmented the player base once again, and Motiga went to work to release Gigantic on Arc, and launched an open beta in 2016. By this time, Overwatch and Paladins...
I had played it when it was on Arc. I followed this game from the first trailer I saw that came out before the betas. I signed up, I saw that, and I was like, I'm gonna play that, I have to. So I played it a bunch. I played through mini patches. I don't remember how many, but enough to have seen like a lot of changes through the day. That game was cool, man. That game was... It was good. Marvel Heroes 2. Damn it.
The two Goliaths of the hero shooter genre became available for purchase and took the world by storm. While Gigantic was going through growing pains in beta, iterating on and tweaking gameplay, Blizzard and Hi-Rez had their games finished and released. Gigantic finally launched in July of 2017 to rave reviews and a decent initial player base. According to Motiga, the game peaked at 2 million players on Xbox and Microsoft, with similar numbers on Steam. The game had retained a loyal player base, what from its open and closed betas and its booth from multiple gaming expos. Motiga released weekly updates for its YouTube and was active across all social media. But unfortunately, shortly after release, Gigantic hemorrhaged players. People saw the potential of the title, but were already hooked on either traditional MOBAs or the other hero shooters in the genre. Gigantic also didn't offer much to those who wanted to put a lot of time into it. Despite being in development for so long, the game didn't have a ranked mode or much in the way of monetization for players to sink their time into. While the gaming...
What a stupid way to put it. Like, nobody in their right mind is like, oh, I didn't have a bunch of extra shit I could spend money on. That's not exactly what they mean. That's not the truth of it. That's now the new thing that people use. It's literally just having more content. That's all it is. But now people that's what he's talking about, more content, more things to buy. Like, no, it doesn't have to be something you have to buy. Like, it's so funny, man. It's terrible. Anyways, but I forgot about that too. Like early on, they didn't have like a battle pass, right? And I forgot they didn't have ranked. Yeah, so like once you learned your favorite characters and whatever, and you just didn't have anything to earn or unlock, you know. So the game was really fun, but yeah, early on I forgot about that. I didn't really. I mean, what was the other one that had? I mean, even Realm Royale was like that too. Realm Royale had the same kind of issue. Anyways, man, pretty crazy.
Community at large derides in-game cosmetics and says the developers spend too much time on monetization and not enough time on actual gameplay, these practices are what keep most companies afloat. Gigantic is a perfect example that focused too much on gameplay and not enough on ways of keeping the lights on. Gigantic was a free-to-play title and had a $30 Founders Pack for the open beta, but nothing like the skin bundles or cosmetics in Overwatch. Motiga was constantly on the brink of collapse and always looking for more outside capital. This ultimately led to the demise of Gigantic, as not even a full year after its launch, Perfect World announced another round of layoffs and that the game would no longer be supported starting July 2018.
That is a tragedy, man. What sucks is, well, after seeing it from that point of view, it's like, yeah, I guess they could have added some microtransactions, but again, I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. How's it? At this point, what, you just go to freaking Kickstarter or GoFundMe or whatever, right? Like, I mean, isn't Star Citizen still making money? Don't they still get money? Haven't they made like $8 billion? Something like that. It was ridiculous. Like, what, I forget what the amount was. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous the amount of money that Star Citizen has received through I think it was a Kickstarter. It was either Kickstarter or GoFundMe. I can't remember. But there's just no limit. No limit. And then I remember people were talking about the government should have stepped in at this point. And, you know, hate the government, yeah. Government fucking sucks. But, like, it's just insane. And that's why... whatever. Never mind. That just... Oh my gosh. Freaking hell. Alright, let's...
Gigantic was appealing to publishers because of its esports viability and innovative concept, but the game was ultimately hampered by its competitors. The game was difficult to pitch. Without a way of summarizing the game into a sentence, it was hard to get fans hooked on the concept alone. Former Motiga League designer, Carter McBee, told The Ringer, quote, "There weren't really any games you could point to and say, Gigantic is just like that game," which was intentional, but ended up being both a blessing and a curse when it came to marketing and the onboarding of new players. The game was also released at the height of Overwatch's success as an esport. The Overwatch League...
It's actually a really good point. That's what I was saying too, is like, you gotta stop having, like, I love Gigantic and I would have played it way more if they didn't have the character lock. You know, that MOBA character lock. You pick a character before the match starts and then you're stuck with that shit the whole match. It sucks. It sucks. And that's what was my same problem with Battleborn. Battleborn was super freaking cool, but had the same thing. You lock to your character. You know, it even sucks in Paladins. I love Paladins. It even sucks in that game. Like, you know, it just sucks. Like, it's terrible. You should be able to change your damn hero, man.
League was in full swing when Gigantic shut down, even though Gigantic was announced a full 6 months before Overwatch. Overwatch was the pinnacle.
It's stupid to compare Gigantic to Overwatch. I mean, that's pretty much comparing an indie game to a AAA Blizzard fucking studio, you know? Like, why? Like, they even announced it months before Overwatch. Well, it's fucking Blizzard, you dummy. Like, duh.
Of the hero shooter genre, knocking out its competitors and standing the test of time as other hero shooters have faded away or failed to launch altogether. The game was well thought out on release, had defined roles and gameplay mechanics, with many ways for...
What? No. Everything you just said right there was bullshit. No, Overwatch did not launch perfect. This guy literally just said... Fucking... I'm gonna smack this guy inside his stupid face.
For fans and players to show their devotion through in-game cosmetics and emotes. The title also had a full-ride scholarship from Blizzard, which meant that spending millions on development, esports ventures, and building a professional league had basically unlimited funds. Gigantic, on the other hand, couldn't even pay out the few esports tournaments it did have. Unlike its title may have suggested, the game's bank account was not all that big. Despite failing to break into the esports market, Gigantic has left a lasting impression on many. Gigantic was ahead of its time in more ways than one. It was announced before many of the current hero shooters on the market were, and was more creative and daring with its gameplay and visual elements. Unfortunately, The game ultimately fell to its competitors, and because of its late release, will go down in gaming history as one of the biggest what-ifs in the hero shooter genre. Did you ever get a chance to try out Gigantic? Let us know your...
That game was so good, man. I told people when I was playing it, I was like, this game is fucking good. It's gonna die. I told people, man, go play this shit. Stop playing Overwatch. Stop playing Paladins. Go play fucking Gigantic. I told people that. I said that. I literally said, stop playing Overwatch. Go play Gigantic. Stop playing Paladins. Go play Gigantic. Stop playing Battleborn. Go play Gigantic. I'm like, stop it. Stop playing this shit. Come play this game. This game's awesome. I think I saw. Well, yeah. The game was awesome. The game was really, really good. I still hate the locked into the characters for the MOBA stuff. Let's see. That was cool. That was alright. There's that one thing he said made me want to slap him. Slap you. Why won't am I not? My mouse not working? Like, what the fudge, dude? Jeez. Alright, internet's lagging. Jeff Kaplan, the father of Overwatch.